He said maybe Caitlin Clark has taken a couple of injury breaks just because she needed a mental break from all the jealousy and resentment and bullying and cheap shots.
Okay, here's the thing. When you're an elite level player, you not being able to play is the hardest part. Mentally, physically, emotionally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's not playing. It's when you're playing is like when it's a part of it. Like you're built for that. So when people say stuff like that, I'm just like, just shut up.
Fans, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you might just be the biggest betrayal story inside the WNBA this year. For weeks, people have been whispering about tension in the Indiana Fever locker room, but no one expected the storm to break like this.
Belong to those Fever fans who has always defended Kelsey Mitchell and say that some other fans are just being a hater because we prefer Caitlin. But look at her and listen carefully to what really in her mind towards CC and the team.
Then, in a shocking hot mic moment, Kelsey Mitchell, the veteran guard, the player who has carried this franchise through its darkest days, was caught admitting something that left fans stunned. She hates Caitlin Clark. Yes, Caitlin Clark. The same rookie phenom who has single-handedly dragged the Fever back into relevance. The same player who sells out arenas from Iowa to Indiana, who has become the heartbeat of women's basketball, loved by millions. The player who carried her team through injuries, through adversity, through everything. And yet, instead of being celebrated, Clark is being targeted by jealousy, by resentment, and by her own teammate. The clip spread like wildfire and fans couldn't believe what they were hearing. Mitchell, the face of the Fever before Clark arrived, was suddenly painted as the jealous veteran who couldn't stand the spotlight being stolen. And here's where things really explode. Sophie Cunningham, never one to back down from a fight, entered the conversation. And what she said could destroy Mitchell's reputation forever. This is not just a feud, this is not just locker room gossip. This is a ticking time bomb that threatens to tear apart the Indiana Fever and shake the entire WNBA. From the very first day Caitlin Clark put on a Fever jersey, the world shifted. Ticket sales skyrocketed, television ratings broke records, merchandise flew off shelves. Clark wasn't just another rookie, she was the rookie. A generational talent, a player compared to Steph Curry and Diana Taurasi, someone who could shoot from the logo and make it look routine. The Fever went from being a forgotten team to the most talked about franchise in women's sports. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Not everyone in the locker room was thrilled. Kelsey Mitchell had been here for years. She had survived coaching changes, losing seasons, empty arenas. She had poured blood, sweat, and tears into a team that never quite figured it out. And now, overnight, all the attention, all the love, all the headlines belonged to Caitlin Clark. Sources close to the team say Mitchell was frustrated from the start. While the media crowned Clark the new face of the Fever, Mitchell felt overlooked. She was still scoring, she was still leading, but it didn't matter. The cameras weren't on her anymore, so when that hot mic captured her saying she hates Caitlin Clark, fans described it as dripping with jealousy. And honestly, can you blame them? This wasn't just about basketball, it was about power, about legacy, about who really owned the Fever.
I go through so much with injury, but like all we need was just it's a staple to who we're trying to be as a team and who we want our culture to be. We can't help the ones that's not here, which is
the culture to be. Now,
unfortunately,
I know
we can help who is. And be present about that and not disrespect the game because, I would like to think that CC Aries said we want to play and be in our shoes. And so I think that all we need is just, it's kind of like a thing, but to put it in the air that we all we got and we all we need because that's how it is and that's how it's always been.
Think about what Caitlin Clark has endured already. She's been fouled harder than anyone else in the league. She's taken elbows, shoulders, cheap shots, night after night. She's been criticized by veterans, dissected by commentators, and made the target of brutal memes online. Yet through it all, she keeps showing up. She fights through pain. She plays through injury. She never stops competing. And this is the thanks she gets? A teammate turning against her?
That's how it is, and that's how it always been. That's how it is, and that's how it always been. Bro, Caitlin need to get the hell out of Indiana, bro. They don't like her, bro. They don't like Caitlin. They don't like the fans. They don't like any of this is bad. This is really, really bad.
Fans online were furious. One post went viral. Caitlin Clark isn't fighting just opponents. She's fighting her own team. That's not basketball. That's sabotage. Another said, if this is true, Clark needs to get out of Indiana. They don't deserve her. The Fever locker room, according to insiders, is now split in two. On one side, players who feel threatened by Clark's rise, worried that her fame will overshadow their contributions. On the other, players who admire her courage and leadership, who recognize she's the only reason Indiana is back on the map. And right in the middle of that storm stands Sophie Cunningham.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I am someone who says what everyone else is thinking or talking about.
Now, Sophie isn't exactly known for being quiet. She's fiery, outspoken, and fiercely loyal. And when the hot mic story broke, Sophie reportedly confronted Kelsey Mitchell head-on. Witnesses say she told her straight up, if you come for Caitlin, you come for all of us. That one sentence flipped the entire narrative. Fans who already adored Sophie for her toughness instantly crowned her the hero of this saga. Clips of her protecting Caitlin on the court, standing up after hard fouls, staring down defenders, even barking at refs, started circulating online with captions like Caitlin's bodyguard and the real teammate of the year. And let's be real, Sophie's not wrong.
Like, we're not going to explain what they are, but has shared some of the most absolutely disgusting things ever written about Caitlin Clark by someone in the mainstream.
When you look at what Clark has done, playing through pain, putting her body on the line, carrying the weight of an entire league on her shoulders, the least she deserves is support from her teammates. Instead, what she's getting is jealousy and whispers behind her back.
It's not a good situation for Kelsey to have to deal with this crap, this stuff being brought out. And I mean this, like, Kelsey Mitchell's family are probably shit-talk Caitlin to her. What difference does that make? I'm sorry. Like,
a perfect opportunity, actually. Also think that, you know, we got a lot of seasoned vets on our team, so I don't think there should be drop-off in certain areas to even have.
Here's the heartbreaking part. Caitlin Clark is already battling her own war. She's injured, she's benched, she's trying to recover while still carrying the pressure of being the WNBA's brightest star. And instead of lifting her up, some of her own teammates are dragging her down. Fans have noticed. Watch the games closely and you'll see it. When Caitlin scores, sometimes the celebrations are muted. When she pushes through pain, not everyone is quick to back her up. It's almost as if she's playing against two teams every night, the opponents in front of her and the resentment brewing behind her. That's not competition, that's bullying. And here's where the scandal gets bigger. Because this isn't just about one teammate being jealous. Fans believe this is part of a much larger problem inside the WNBA. Caitlin Clark represents change. She represents a new era. She's bringing in crowds, money, sponsors, and attention the league has never seen before. And for some veterans, that's uncomfortable. They've been grinding for years without the same recognition. They see Clark's instant fame as unfair. Instead of embracing her, they're resisting her. Instead of protecting her, they're targeting her. The Fever are now sitting on a ticking time bomb. Because here's the truth, if Caitlin Clark decides she's had enough, if she walks away from Indiana, if she ever even hints at stepping back from the WNBA, the league's momentum could collapse with her. She's that important. So let's put this all together. Kelsey Mitchell, caught on hot mic admitting hate toward Caitlin Clark. Sophie Cunningham, stepping up, exposing the jealousy, and defending Caitlin at all costs. A divided Fever locker room, furious fans, and a league scrambling to keep things under control. This isn't just drama. This is a crossroads, because Caitlin Clark isn't just a player. She's the face of women's basketball. She's the reason people are watching. And if jealousy and hate are allowed to fester, the WNBA could lose the very thing keeping it alive. So now the question is simple. Will the Fever step in and fix this before it's too late? Or will jealousy tear everything apart? Because one thing is clear. If Caitlin Clark isn't protected by her team, by the league, by the people who should have her back, then the WNBA risks throwing away its golden era before it even begins. If you stand with Caitlin Clark, smash that like button right now. Drop a comment below. Do you think Kelsey Mitchell owes Caitlin an apology, or is this just competition spilling over? And don't forget to subscribe, because this WNBA drama is only just beginning. And trust me, you won't want to miss what comes next.